Hey everybody, this is Epic99 from Twitter, also known my real name is Justin. I wanted to walk you through the recent Midnight augmented reality game that has taken up the fun part of every day for the last couple of weeks. It was amazing, and let's just jump in. It started on September 25th when the Midnight hinted that these discs that they sent out with their Monsters release had something hidden on them. My Twitter friend Daisy found the actual disc, and she put it into a disc reader and found this clue, 1991, and the answer can be found online from Tim and Tyler. That prompted the community to start digging into the song 1991, the intro to Monsters, and after analyzing the dial-up tone from America Online on the actual album, it led us to a series of numbers and different numbers, and we eventually found, we were thinking about this on Twitter, and then IR Lucas, this guy Lucas, decided to create this amazing Discord community on September 25th. And this is it. And everything really took off from here. This is kind of where the community found their home and found a place to really dive into the clues and the secrets that Lost Boy 84 was giving to us each and every day. And so this Lost Boy 84 Twitter account popped up here and started sharing all these amazing clues, and we didn't know what was going on, and we weren't sure if this was even a real thing, but it seemed like this Twitter account was somehow connected to the Monsters album and this character of Lost Boy that was present in the mythology of Monsters. And so the community banded together, and we located this website called Monsters OS. And Monsters OS became sort of the central hub for this game. Every day we would hop in here and we would solve these riddles that Lost Boy 84 was posting for us to solve, and the community would jump back and forth between the Discord chat and the website and the internet, all coming together to figure out these clues. And so the first clue that we found and discovered was a website that had a loading screen that was loading to something, and there were some secrets hidden in the code of that website, which led us to another website, which was actually the Monsters OS website. And so you would go to Monsters OS and you would create an account. You would type in your electronic mail address and then a password. And so each day when you came back in, you would have new clues from Lost Boy 84. And so, for example, like this clue, how did you get in this, and did the Midnight send you? And then you would like answer these questions, and you would solve these riddles and solve these clues. And so one of the first rewards that we got was this version of Lost Boy, this alternate version of Lost Boy. And so that version of Lost Boy was one of the first prizes around September 28th. This was one of the second days of clues. As you can see, this is like the end of the clues, is what you're seeing here. Each of these lines was a different thing you had to sort of type in to figure this out. I've been into this book AI, but I can't remember who wrote it. Do you know? And the answer to that was Ray Kurzweil. And that's right, he also wrote another book a few years later. It's around here somewhere, and The Age of Spiritual Machines was that. So this clue, we were looking at the artwork for the Monsters album cover, and we were trying to figure out clues and things to type into the OS based on that image, and that eventually led us to a Dropbox file, another prize, and on that day the prize was the artwork and this text file that gave us some more clues, and this alternate artwork or early artwork from the Kids and Monsters albums, and then this random picture of Whitney Houston, which we were kind of all over the place talking about for a long time, and this amazing early version of what's called here Atlanta.
I was a runaway and you were a queen. Our tongues tied in the mezzanine. We were free. No strings on you.
And from there, we the next clue led us. This one took a long time to figure out. Actually, we were trying to figure this one out. It took us to the music video, the official Midnight music video on YouTube for "Dance with Somebody." And after a lot of poking around there, we eventually discovered that the music video had in the transcript it had the clues that we were looking for that day. So we popped into the transcript, the closed captioning for this music video from Midnight, and they had replaced the actual closed captioning with this transmission from this mysterious Lost Boy 84. This internet hacker, fan of the Midnight, who's been hacking into Tim and Tyler's hard drives, stealing all of their cool stuff. And so we found this transcript transmission, which was really a cool find. People were like losing it over finding that. And then that led us to some more clues about the Terminator and a few other things. And then we typed those in, and we were given a discount code for merchandise that day. The code DreamAway. You were able to find there was some stuff hidden on the website, and you were able to get a merchandise credit. And then it also led us to this really cool alternate version of Shadows. And then each day we got new stuff, and it was really fun. You know, the community banded together, and it grew and grew and grew. By the end of this thing, there were 500 people strong, plus more in the Discord community, solving these clues every single day. Eventually, we got a cryptic message from Lost Boy 84 that tomorrow the game would be going IRL, which I thought was a cool nod to the show The OA. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but on that day, we got a really neat clue on Monsters OS with a picture of the Street Fighter character Vega. And that led us to a music venue in Copenhagen that the Midnight had played called Vega. And one of the Discord community members actually walked over to that venue that morning. You can see Lost Boy here tweeting about tomorrow we go IRL. And that led us to Vega. And Jans, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Jens Mueller, walked over to Vega and found taped to the door down a set of steps a piece of paper. And on that piece of paper was written, "He had a dream." And so this was a really cool day where we were kind of exploring the real world and people were going to places. And so He Had a Dream led us to thinking about the original dreamer, or the most famous dreamer, Martin Luther King Jr., which led us to Martin Luther King Jr.'s childhood home in Atlanta, Georgia. And there, another person in the community went out to that location and found something hidden there. And it was this cassette tape with a USB drive and some artwork of a candle and a tree cutting, or perhaps a fingerprint. And on that disc, on that USB drive, was some really cool stuff. That was an amazing prize that day. We got this entire catalog of sort of like B-sides and demos of some of the Midnight's most famous stuff. A different demo of Atlanta, America 2, Dance with Somebody, Gloria Rough Cut, Jason, Kick Drums and Red Wine, early version, Lost Boy version 2, Monsters. Some of those tracks are insanely cool and good and have totally different vibes. The clue for that day was Close the Portal, which we typed into Monsters OS, and it gave us that link to that Dropbox with all those cool files in it. You can see the evidence there, the clues that were left. We went IRL the next day as well with a clue that led us to an aquarium in Chicago. One of the Monsters fans, Discord community members, Midnight fans, Discord community members went out to this aquarium, and security had actually confiscated this thing that the Lost Boy had taped under the bench, but it said John C. Lilly on it, which is a scientist connected a lot to Echo the Dolphin, and that led us to some really interesting prizes and clues that day. The next day we got a clue that said, "Remember where we met that endless summer." It took us a long time to get to this one. There were a lot of steps involved. We got a really cool reference to T.S. Eliot's Four Quartets, which comes back later as well. And it led us to Coney Island and a lot of stuff from Endless Summer, and riding on the Electrospin and the Mermaid Parade, and eventually the coordinates, the actual GPS coordinates to the Electrospin, were what we needed that day, which unlocked one of the most amazing prizes of the whole game, which was this incredible high-def, professionally shot recording of the Midnight's most recent show in the Corona capital in Mexico City this past summer. Just amazing.
We're so happy to be here with you guys tonight. This song is called Vampires.
And perhaps this...
You ready,
perhaps a harbinger of things to come here. Maybe we're going to get an actual midnight live show release at some point, which would be incredible because we don't really have these live shows to watch on at home yet, but maybe one day. From there, we got another clue the next day that had to do with Deep Blue and Fire in the Sky. Deep Blue originally was a song that was being written for a major motion picture that was coming out. It turns out that major motion picture was most likely Top Gun Maverick. They decided not to go in that direction. But we got some clues about that, and that led us to these two incredibly generous gifts of the intro pieces that the Midnight included in the intros to their live shows over the past two tours. So amazing.
We don't read and write poetry because it's cute. We read and write poetry because we are members of the human race, and the human race is filled with passion. Medicine, law, business, engineering, these are noble pursuits necessary to sustain life. Poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for. To quote from Whitman, "O me, O life of the questions of these recurring, of the endless trains of the faithless, of cities filled with the foolish, what good amid these, O me, O life?" Answer, that you are here, that life exists and identity, that the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse. What will your verse be?
So that's just like an amazing thing for me personally. I love that so much. From there, things really started to get kind of like a lot more interesting. We started to get more clues, more difficult clues, clues that led us all over the place. Thinking about, Fire in the Sky. We were trying to find out what movie was being referenced. There was all sorts of clues on this day that had to do with the song Fire in the Sky. But that all eventually led us to this announcement that the Midnight's doing this amazing live show on October 30th that you can buy a ticket for. I would highly suggest that you do that and tune in because it's going to be absolutely nuts. It's their biggest production to date. We were also gifted with a really cool version of Tyler doing fighting.
I wasn't looking for forever or a one night stand. I was just hoping for a smile or a quick slow dance. See, I've made mistakes, I've had my heartbreaks too.
And then this amazing tour poster with this, you might say, neon Medusa on it. And everyone's minds got blown thinking about this new concert that was coming out, and it was absolutely amazing. And then we had this crazy clue about You'll Find It in the Air Tonight, which led us to a crazy new SoundCloud account that was
song about
strange.
New York. It's called Floating Empire.
We got this amazing version of Floating Empire / Brooklyn as part of those clues.
Traffic on the bridge.
And then eventually led us to the name of the person that created the font Helvetica, which is a song on Monsters, Max Moniger. The community took audio from this SoundCloud account that we were led to, this new SoundCloud account we found. We took audio from that and somehow spectrometized it. I don't know what that's called, spectrometer or whatever. And in the audio was this name, Max Moniger. So that was the person that created the font Helvetica. So that was really a cool kind of really hidden thing. And then we were getting towards the end of the whole jam, and eventually Lost Boy was telling us that we needed to go find this midnight show, this like the 5th show that the Midnight ever did. Actually, before that, we got these really cool behind the scenes sort of chat with Tim and Tyler.
Got the clue today for, I guess it's Deep Blue and
Night Skies, right?
Night Skies. That's right. Yeah. So congratulations. Your prize is getting to hear us banter for a few minutes.
So that was an amazing prize. Some behind-the-scenes stuff, some stuff from Tim's production. It was really cool. And then the very last and most recent clue was this series of clues about the Midnight's 5th show they ever played in New York City. Niagara was one of the clues. We came back to 4 quartets. For some of the answers here, there are some lines from that piece of poetry. Eventually, this clue led us to perhaps the most staggering prize of all, which I'm not going to go into in too much detail here, but I will update the video soon when I can go into a little more detail about it, but it was a special live thing for folks who had been participating in the game all this time, and we found Lost Boy half in light and half in dark, hidden in the stream, which led us to the platform Twitch. And there, at the time, there was a Twitch channel that had been created called Half in Light and Half in Dark, and that Twitch channel played something really special for the folks that knew about it this past Wednesday, and everyone else will soon have access to what was displayed there, and I can tell you that it is something you are going to want to check out, and it was amazing. This whole experience has been incredible. The folks that created this Discord channel, Lucas and CSPS Desmonds, they're just fans who decided to bring the community together to play this fun game, and it turned into something more than that. As Tyler put it, the love of the community brought this to life, like the Velveteen Rabbit, and I think that's exactly true. The real prize here was that we were able to come together as a fan community and participate in this almost month-long game that was really something special, something that you don't see every day, especially during these times that are this year 2020 that's been so difficult. Having this every day to look forward to was just an incredible experience, and I can't thank Tim and Tyler enough, and the community who I enjoyed speaking with and chatting with and working with every single day. More to come, and I can't wait to see everyone at the live show on October 30th. This ARG has truly been an amazing thing, and thanks to everyone who participated, and thanks to everyone who put it together. This is Justin, aka Epic99, signing off. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been a wild ride. And it really is the community that made this amazing, and I want to make sure that everyone remembers, if you want to see all this for yourself, if you want to become a part of this, just join the Discord channel. I'll put a link to it in the description of this video. Again, a huge shout out to Lucas and Desmonds who created the Discord community, and a huge shout out to all the amazing Midnight family who now lives there. It's an incredible thing, and I would encourage everyone to be a part of it because it is so cool and so amazing. Cheers, everybody.